Good evening. Welcome to Mount San Jacinto College, Hort 101, 109 in the horticulture department. My name is Craig Schneider. I'm an associate professor at the college, and I'm going to give you some background information about myself. And then there's a few other slides here that we're going to take a look at. So I've got 50 plus years in the golf course industry. I spent about 40 plus years as a golf course superintendent. Um, some on the East Coast, and then the last 25 years out in California. I also was a golf course construction manager um, for about 9 years, and that was included in the 50-year my career. And I started doing education at the college level about 13 years ago. I also own a business related to golf course construction, golf course consulting, and green industry issues. Um, Other things that in my background that I currently do, I'm an elected water board member at the Hellendale Community Service District, and I've been doing that for 14 years. We at the Hellendale CSD, we take care of local issues regarding water, wastewater, parks and recreation, solid waste management, and a couple other minor things. It's like a small town government. It's a little different than you might see at in a big city. Like the city of Menifee has a full-blown department uh, for administering city issues, city departments. The Hellendale CSD, we have about 20 employees, um, and as I go through some of the stuff in this class, we will I will draw on some of my background as a government agency. It gives me a good perspective as to how government works, and then because I have a big private industry background, I'll try to combine both of those um, in my presentations. I also serve on a school board. It's called Springs Academy. It's located in Temecula, California, and I am currently a board member of one of the school, the sub schools or the smaller district part of Empire Springs, excuse me, part of Springs, which is Empire Springs. And I've been doing that for about 5 years. As we progress through this class, here's some stuff that I expect from you, the student. I expect you to work hard. Most of the classwork, if this was a traditional class, we'd be meeting for 2.5 hours per week, and then I would assign reading and homework, and you'd have a quiz on a regular basis. Because this is a totally online class, um, it's going to be a little bit more challenging on both of our parts, both on my part to present the information, and you for giving me back what I'm asking you to do. Come ready to learn. I can't stress the next PowerPoint or the next bullet point um, any more strongly than if you don't understand something or you want more clarification, you've got to ask me a question. You can ask that in the form of an email. You can text me a question when you see my contact information coming up, um, and I will respond to you as quickly as possible, probably within 24 hours. If for some reason it's more urgent, you know, try to convey that to me. If I give you a quiz, don't ask me a question like, what's the answer to number 5? Or let's say it's a multiple choice. Well, I think it's either A or C. Which one is it? Don't ask me that. You've got to figure that out. That's part of the learning process. Um, I don't tolerate plagiarism. I don't tolerate cheating in any manner, shape, or form. Um, the internet is a good source of information, and I would encourage you to use it, especially if I give you an assignment. Like something that may come up is um, what is a I give you an industry name and what is his significance related to this course. And you can go look that information up. Please do not copy and paste. You're going to have to read what the internet tells you, or if you can find the information some other place, you're going to have to put it in your own words. And I'm usually pretty good at figuring out that you've taken it directly out of a textbook, or you've taken it directly out of an internet presentation, and I will ask you where you got this information from. I won't ask you to do bibliographies, but I do expect you to um, be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with me. This is college level work. Um, you're going to be asked to do some writing. What I mean by that, we're not going to get. I'm not going to assign any 10-page term paper, but I may assign questions that are more than a yes/no answer. They may be questions that require you to compose a logical paragraph, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. Sometimes they may specify that the answer that I'm looking for or the information I'm looking for needs to be at least 1 page long. We're talking double spaced, number 12 or number 14 font, and you can submit that to me through the email, and then I'll figure out how to get it downloaded. I generally work from hard copies. I'm not really good at working off the computer to answer tests or answer papers that I may assign. So we'll kind of work through that and come up with a workable plan for both of our sides. I have taught some online classes in the past few semesters. This will be the first one that I'm teaching that's totally online with no in-class participation. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge until we work it out. I would hope that by the time we get into early September, that we'll work all the kinks out and figure out a workable plan for me teaching you and the student you giving me feedback. Here's some contact information. My email is posted there, cbschneider34@gmail.com. This is the email that I use every day for anything I do. I would prefer you email me. If for some reason you can't, I also have posted my cell phone number, and I would prefer a text message over a voice message. That way I can respond to you quicker if I can read a text message, or you can even text me, hey, I just sent you a detailed email, because I don't check my email. I might check it 2, 3 times a day. But there are certain days when I may be working in other teaching environments where I don't have the opportunity to look at my email as quickly as when I'm at home. Because of the coronavirus situation right now, I'm spending more time at home. So I think that I'll have better contact information or better feedback as long as the virus is still still going on. There will be a whole series of PowerPoints that will be hosted on Canvas. If you're new to Canvas, contact the IT department at Mount San Jacinto and have them give you some tutorials on how to do it, or ask somebody that understands Canvas how you use it. There's an announcement right now on Canvas regarding this class, so please go and look at that, and some of the same information that is in these few PowerPoints are listed in Canvas. As we proceed through this week by week semester, I'll be hosting lectures that will be posted to YouTube. They won't be considered to be live broadcast. I mean, I'm not going to tell you have at 6 o'clock on every Tuesday night, you have to be watching me give a lecture. I will record the lectures and then I will post them to YouTube. And sometimes they might be 5, 10, 15 minutes long. Sometimes they could be a half hour, 45 minutes long. And besides the textbook that that information is on Canvas right now, I would encourage you to get familiar with the internet, and I may give an assignment. Look up such and such a industry figure or a concept, and you can Google that on the internet. One of the better ways to find information on the internet is as you put in a search engine, after you've put in what you're searching for, put space over and put PPT as a PowerPoint, or you could put PDF, which is going to be a portable document file. And if you really, really want to find information that's not considered to be commercially available, let's say you're looking up turf grass, and then you would space over or you'd go turfgrass.edu, meaning that it's going to be industry related information that comes from some other education source, some university or some other person has posted information. And what the edu gives you as a search engine filter is it gives you more precise information. It cuts out all the commercial stuff, cuts out all the advertising. And sometimes you can find information on a commercial site that's useful to you. But if you want to actually read and study what's going on related to what we're teaching, and I'll kind of show this to you over the next week or two, and I'll in the lecture and in the PowerPoints, I'll actually post some search requirements, and you can go back in and look at them. Everybody's going to see it a little differently. And obviously, when you do a Google search, there's going to be multiple choices. I'm not going to tell you which one to look at. What I would suggest is you read 2 or 3 things that are posted to an EDU website. And from that perspective, you can start to formulate answers. If you start reading stuff and you start coalescing your ideas into feedback that I'm looking for, it'll get you away from the potential for a copy and paste scenario. Like I said, there'll be lots of questions that you're going to have. Today is August the 18th, and we'll be meeting. I mean, here again, by next Tuesday, I'm going to ask, I will have something additional posted. I will try to get everything posted at least 24 hours before the normal class assigned time. And those PowerPoints and the YouTubes will be available throughout the semester. I'm not going to delete them. But also don't use that as a crutch to say, well, I can not do work for a couple of weeks and come back and catch up. My suggestion is that you stay current as much as possible. And one of the ways I'm probably going to keep you current is give out at least weekly or bi-weekly quizzes. And there'll be a deadline to respond to the quiz. Sometimes there'll be 5 questions, sometimes there'll be 10. There'll be short quizzes, but there'll be a time, a date specific when you have to submit that quiz, the quiz answers. So that's one way that I will keep track of your participation. I won't take attendance because it's pretty hard. I don't care if you do your work on Sunday um, from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. I could care less when you do the work. What I want you to do is develop some kind of consistent schedule. And if you're taking multiple classes at Mount San Jacinto, you got to work out your own schedule. If you're going to class, on campus, I mean, you have to be at a certain building in a certain room at a certain time. And because of this online format, it's good. You're going to have to develop um, some sense of a schedule. So I hope this gives you some good information. And like I said, if you need clarification on any of this stuff, you've got my email address, you've got my cell phone, and please don't hesitate to contact me with a question. Thank you very much, and looking forward to the semester as we go forward.